Hey, assalamu alaikum, my name is Abdurrahman and you can call me Zaghloul. Let's Arabic. I know that I have made an episode about the letter Ta earlier, but in this episode we'll know another purpose of the letter Ta, then putting it in word. If you are French or have ever studied French, you may have noticed that they have a tool that determines the gender of something. For example, musicienne and musicien. They added yen to say that musician is a female, but it is not always that easy because some objects have an hidden gender.
Let me explain that real quick because I forgot to record it. For example, door or porte in French treated grammatically as a female, but window treated as a male. Does anything make sense? I know.
So if I hit the door so hard in France, it will be counted as a harassment? Am I asking for a friend, of course? It is not that complex in Arabic to change the gender or to know the gender of a word in Arabic. We just use two things: the feminine ta and the knotted ta. Firstly, let's remember the last time when we say jadda, I didn't spell it the right way. I knew it, he's not that good teacher. That thing at the end of the word jaddatun called the knotted ta, or how we like to call it in Arabia, التاء المربوطة, and it's simply called the knotted ta because it's like a normal ta, but someone have grabbed the ends of it, have connected it like a shoelace. Arabs have acquired wild imagination, aren't they? We can use the knotted ta with any noun in Arabic to make it a feminine. For example, do you know what grandpa means in Arabic? That's right, just erase the last ta and you've got a jad and jaddatun, and that means grandpa and grandma. Jadda, jaddatun. My question last time was why it's called ta and it's not pronounced like a one. That's right, because Arabian people in local or informal speech, we don't really care about how to pronounce it with a ta sound or with a ha sound. So we can say jadda and jaddatun, but jaddatun is the right pronunciation of the word grandma, jaddatun. So you made a mistake last time. Yeah. And you made it in purpose to foreground this episode, aren't you? Absolutely. You son of a... And of course the noun must be convertible, so you can't take any noun and put it in that rules that easy. How to know if the noun is convertible or not? That's a little bit advanced for you, so let's forget about it for now. All what we need to know today is this can turn any masculine noun into a feminine noun. But what about verbs? Wait, verbs can be feminine too. No, but what I wanted to say is that in Arabic, when we need to refer to the fact that the doer of the verb is a female, we added the ta of feminine. I have searched in every dictionary and I couldn't find that word. Ta al-ta'nith or ta of feminine is the name of the last ta in verbs that have done by a female. For example, kataba means wrote, and to be more specific, he wrote. But if we want to say that she wrote, we say katabat. You notice that? We just added the ta of feminine or ta at-ta'nith. Ta of feminine. We just added the feminine ta to the word and nothing else, like for example a pronoun. And now it's done by a female. I know it's a little bit confusing for you, so let's have a little practice. What is the feminine form of these words? لعب, شرب, كرة, توت. Pause this video now and put your answers down in the comment section before my diligent student do that. I think it goes like لعبت, شربت, توتة. But the last one is not that clear. That's because not all words can apply to these rules. Some words born female and can be changed. Some other words is like a clownfish. They can change their gender depending on the situation. But don't worry, now I will tell you what you really need to know, and let's summarize everything really quick. In Arabic, nouns and verbs have a gender. Nouns can be feminine by only adding the knotted ta, and we said it's knotted because it looks like a knot. Verbs can be feminine only if the doer of the verb was a female, and we can turn the verb into the feminine form by only adding the ta of feminine to the last letter in that verb. Not all words can apply to these rules, and we will know these words in the future. Femining is not a real word, but I wish it was. No problem, buddy, I'm adding it. That's it for today's episode, and as you know, it's time for today's word. And today's word is لغة, which means language. لغة, a language. لغة, a language. As you noticed, لغة is a noun. That's why we added a knotted ta. Also, لغة is a special word because you can't remove the knotted ta because log doesn't have any meaning in the Arabic language. Doesn't have any meaning. That's it for today's episode. Smash like if you like it, hit the bell button, hit subscribe, and see you next time. And I didn't kill my teacher.